channel. See if we live. Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
I might be a little charged last sound right there. Ah, take it out. Let me show.
I am ready to serve, my Lord.
Shalom, shalom. First thing we want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechak, Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And salutation, your brothers, pushing this word with truth, sincerity, with charity. It's a lot of hand. Yeah, so what we're gonna go into real quick, if you can see the title, we was just basically talking about my grandmother, basically my uncle, how he found out he was an Israelite. You know, basically we was telling him the truth, and you know, like the scriptures say, Paul water, Apollo plant, but the Most High get an increase. And we was going into basically, my uncle used to be a scoffer, but now he believes. You know, and I didn't do nothing in my power to wake him up. You know, I just laid the seed. And then he called me one day. You was right, nephew. Nephew, you was right. For Judah, for Benjamin, for Levi. That was us. But then how my auntie, she knows she an Israelite as well. And when she found out, she went to my grandmother. And my grandmother said, yeah, I been knew. She said, yeah, I knew this information since she was a little girl. My grandmother was like in her 70s when she asked her. And that means if she knew, that might my great grandmother knew. My great grandmother died when she was like 96 years old, 97 years old. She was an old woman. So here it is. You got you got you got our people who just don't give a fuck, man. Alright? They don't care, man. You know, and this my grandmother, man. You know? Anything she could have did for me as growing up, the only thing she could have told me was you was an Israelite. You know, that would have been better off for just let me, serve this idol, coming up serving this idol, going to these temples, and they knew that it was off. They knew that it was wrong. All right, they knew that it was wrong, but yet they still did it. My grandmother was she was one of them ushers. She was like the head usher in her church. She went to every Bible study, every this, every that, but it's just because it made her feel good, man. It made her feel good, man, because knowing you was an Israelite actually got you put to death. All right, and she chose to be comfortable rather than to actually serve the Lord, man. All right, you got that.
Come. With Isaiah.
Okay.
Come. This Isaiah 30 and verse 8 says, "Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits."
Right. So our people want deceit, man. Our people want to be lied to. Like even with my son's mother, I used to tell her, what was gonna happen, and she was like, "Stop telling me that. I don't want to hear that. You so negative. We already know this gonna happen. Why you keep talking about it?" I say the point is to get right with the Lord so you can be ready for when it happen, man. You want the Lord we want Yahweh Shema Shai to protect us from what's coming, man. So we gotta talk about it. Even these psychologists, they tell you, man, in order to get through something, you gotta talk about it, man. How can you prepare for something if you don't tell or warn your people that this calamity is coming, man? Because the only way out of this is through Yahweh Shema Shai, man. We ain't got no warriors. We ain't got no army, no military. We ain't got nothing, man. The only thing we got the best thing of all, which is Yahweh Shema Shai, man. The Lord of Sabaoth. But as in our might, we don't have no might. We don't have nothing. You know, but our people, they would rather resort to, like they say, they trust in the chariots because they have many. All right, they trust in Esau because Esau's in power right now, man. That's why a lot of our people gonna go into this digital currency. They gonna be all over it. They gonna be the first ones in line to get the MOTB, man, because they gonna want their money. All right, they gonna wanna have that think they have a secured life, man. When really they damning their life, man. You know, you guys know?
Kind of a little bit more. It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Right, so they didn't want to. Hey, and that's what my grandmother did. She rather serve sweet Jesus than to serve the Lord, man. To serve Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Now I don't know if she knew the name. You know, she in the spirit world now. I don't know if she knew the name, but I know she knew she was an Israelite. You know, and I equated to if she knew she was an Israelite, like I said earlier, my grandmother knew she was an Israelite, and so forth. That's something that was they knew since they was children, man. And they wouldn't tell us. As many times my grandma, hey, that's love, man.
Yeah.
Teaching the right and correct thing, man. That's love, man. Hey, what Yahweh Shai say? He said, if you love me, you gonna feed my sheep, man. Love is to actually tell your brother, tell your children, raising your children in the way of truth, man. You hating them if you telling them to go to church every Sunday, which is really sun worship. All right, to go to a church where they hanging idols up and praying to these idols, especially these Roman Catholics. All right, because their whole deal is bugged out. They do everything contrary to the scriptures. They go up to a statue, kneel before the damn statue, throw up Hail Marys. The scriptures say, have no other God before them. They say, blessed be Mary. And what the prophet say is, I think basically the scriptures go into blessed is Yahweh Shai, man. They tried to bless the woman, man. When really, she was just a vessel that the Lord used to bring Yahweh Shai in, man. She's no God. She don't have no power, man. But this is what our people, this is what our people are into, man. It's madness, you know. You got somebody?
Yeah, just to back you up,
Okay.
Luke 11, because they also worship under groves too. in the
Oh yeah,
Catholic
yeah,
Church.
can.
Yep, this is Luke 11 and 27. It said, and it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked. But he said, Yea, rather blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it. Right? And you have a lot of people who are, like you say, in the church just for that reason, just because they exalt the woman, they lift up women, you know, women can sit in the front, the giant hat on or whatever, and they might even know they're Israelites, right? But they're not doing the work. This is Luke 12 and we'll start at verse 43. Blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Right? So all you people who know that you're an Israelite, that's just the beginning. You're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be spreading the word. You're supposed to be a watchman. You're supposed to be a keeper of the Lord's sheep. Right? It says, verse 45, but and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, because that's what you had to have said if you weren't prophesying to the Lord, you must think he ain't coming to wreck shit. Right? And shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and drink and be drunken. The Lord of that servant will come in the day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers.
Like you said that, and that's the thief. The day of the Lord is gonna come like a thief in the night, man. A lot of people gonna get, a lot of you, Jake, gonna get caught with your pants down, man. You get ready to deal with a woman, alright, or sitting down eating, taking a bath, taking a shower, then all of a sudden the Lord come for you, man. Alright, and even with death, man. Alright, there's guys who knew they was Israelites, alright, but they died being niggas, fell out and went back into the world, man. Alright, and when it was time, hey, look, what you gonna tell the Lord? You ain't doing the work. You got a whole bullet in you. You know, you ain't doing the work. You ain't doing nothing. You think the Lord gonna save you? He actually punishing you.
Yeah.
You know, that's why scripture say, serve the Lord while it's yet today. Put off not day to day. This is our job. What's the whole duty of man? To serve the Lord, man. Alright? And when judgment come, what you gonna tell him? I forgot. You think he gonna care if you forgot? The scripture say you knew that he was an austere man.
He didn't forget. Verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will.
So all them people who know and they didn't care. Oh, I don't want to hear that. That's bad news. That keep that negative energy away from me. When really is positive energy. All right.
Yep. Neither did according to his will shall be beaten with many stripes. For he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
Right. So the ones who you out here, you know you're an Israelite and you ain't doing the proper things necessary. All right. You still being a nigga with it. You gonna get worse judgment than the ones who didn't know at all. Like the scripture said, I wish you was cold or hot. Because you was lukewarm, I'll cast you out of my mouth, spew you out of my mouth. So the Lord, whether you be in, ain't no middleman. Ain't no being in the middle. You either in this or you not. And the ones who faking it and got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you gonna get it worse than the ones who just said, I'ma just be a nigga.
Yeah.
You know?
For unto whomsoever much is given, of whom shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
Right, so and that's simple, man. Alright, like the scriptures say, the harvest is plenty, but the labor's few, man. So if you got this knowledge, man, it's expected you to do the work. And that's why the apostles go teach, do this work, man. Work, man. Alright? Because, hey, Jake, right now, man, hey, look, it's a lot going on, man. But the only answers is going to come from Yahweh Shema Shai, man. It was coming out the scriptures, man. The answers ain't going to come from nowhere else, man. Everybody, oh, it's this. Oh, this train wreck, this train. Hey, look, the Lord said he was going to hit Egypt with plagues as before, man. Alright? He didn't say it was going to be the same plagues, but he said, I'm going to hit them like I did before. So they're going to get hit with plagues. Just like Egypt got hit with plagues, this new Egypt going to get hit with plagues, just like I hit this place with plagues. Well, you think, you know, like me personally, I think it's the Lord setting all these motherfucking places on fire, man. I think it's the Lord tearing this motherfucker up. I ain't giving no credit to Esau, him doing this and him doing that. It just don't make no fucking sense. Me personally, I think it's the Lord derailing all these damn trains. Alright, because Esau, what they do is, I work for a chemical factory, man. This is a known thing that they'll fill up tankers of Roundup and all this shit, and they'll ship it somewhere else, man. But they ain't hiring this many people to fix the damn trains neither. And like, I know a brother that actually works in the damn train yard. And he said all the Edomites, they doing fucking subpar work. They ain't welding right. They missing work. They not coming to work like they supposed to. They not doing their rail checks like they supposed to. So, and they send a damn train out, and the whole time the wheels fucked up on it. Alright? And then next thing you know, you got a train derailment because Esau, they don't like Jake doing the work. They trying to get Jacob out of there, and they trying to keep Esau in there, man. So it's a whole power struggle thing. Esau trying to keep his people with some money. You know, but the whole time, Jake is the one doing the correct job. You know?
Yep.
You got something?
Real quick, Ecclesiastes 10:18. By much slothfulness the building decayeth.
See?
And through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through.
Right, so because they ain't keeping, hey, that's why the infrastructure is so tore up, man.
Yep.
You know, you got bridges that's falling apart. You got buildings that's caving in on people. It was a building, I think here in Chicago. Somewhere in Chicago, a whole roof came in on some people, man. You know? Hey, and you got all these things happening. I think a couple years ago, a woman, it's like a church downtown. A piece of brick fell off the building and killed the woman, man, walking with her husband. Hey, America is through, man. Then you got all these subpar workers that ain't doing their job right. You know? You got something?
This Isaiah 14:11 says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Yeah, which means you decaying, man. You're being brought down. Your kingdom is over with. But yet our people want to make motherfucking. How do you make a leadership with a nation that's going down?
Yeah.
That's madness. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna read this. This First Maccabees 1:11. In those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so for herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the custom of the other heathens, man. So you got niggas, your governors, your senators, you know, like Lori Lightfoot. What she say? Oh, I'm down. Basically, in a nutshell, she said she down with the New World Order.
Yeah.
So she with the LGBT. Hell, she a damn she right. She a mow her damn self. You know. Then you got our people that's promoting it because it's bringing the money. So they don't care about the effects of the long run. What they care about right now is being comfortable, man. But what's finna come to America is a very uncomfortable judgment, man. The scriptures say the same must know death by pain. You know? You think you getting away with judgment, you only digging your dick. You only digging your grave. And it's gonna be ain't gonna be no shallow grave. Ain't gonna be no 6 feet deep grave. It's gonna be above the ground. Public. Open. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say you're gonna be trotting like the mire in the streets. And that's like you got a horse, you know, a horse don't go to they go to the bathroom where they stand. You know, and shit just on the floor. Right. And you know the animals keep walking past, they just keep stepping on it and keep it moving. That's how y'all gonna be out. You gonna see dead bodies, you just gonna keep it moving. Hell, you might have to step on some to get past. There's so many dead bodies. You know? The scriptures say the slain of the Lord should be from one end of the earth to the other, man. The blood shall reach to the horse's bridle. But yet y'all want to have a good time right now, man. You know? Y'all got something?
This Jeremiah 25:33 says, and the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried.
So ain't gonna be no burials. You know how much disease that's gonna cause? Decay, rotten flesh. You above ground just rotten, decaying. You got worms coming out the ground, maggots. Then that stench, that the smell alone can make you sick. Different chemicals are being released from your body when it's decaying, man. That's why the scriptures tell you when somebody died, they got to be buried before the night end, man. You know?
It says, they shall be dung upon the ground.
Shit. And look, the earth got to replenish itself too, man. All right? The earth eats all that, man. The flesh. You know? It's gonna be a beautiful day.
Yeah.
The earth gonna eat, the vultures gonna eat, these different animals and wild beasts gonna eat. And this is gonna be around the planet. Because America's gonna be, it don't matter. Hey, look, America's gonna be a fucking desert, man. You know? But these other places around the planet, man, it's over with for y'all, man. Hey, look, like we mentioned on the line Saturday, yesterday. Hey, a lot of you Edomites that's gonna get caught and put into them chains, y'all gonna wish y'all died in the fire.
Man.
Y'all gonna wish y'all got smoked in the fire, man.
Yeah.
You know? They say we gonna rule the nations with a rod of iron. A rod of iron is heavy. I work with metal. You know, you pick up a rod of iron, that shit heavy. Imagine getting hit with it. You ain't getting hit with a stick or a wooden stick. A rod of iron, that shit gonna just pop. And it's gonna, if you swing it hard enough, it's taking something off. It's breaking something.
And that's gonna be the spiritual powers at that.
And we're gonna have the power over life and death. Could you imagine you did all these being wrong? Think of how mad the Lord gonna be. They got the power to kill you, bring it back, and kill you again. You think you dying? You die out of shock. You bring him back, put his spirit back in his body. Hell, he think he going to the spirit world. You grab his energy and slam his ass back in the body. Like, no, nigga, not yet. You slam him back in his body. Reanimate the flesh back on him. You just toe off his ass. Just to do it again to him. You know, hey, that's hell. That's hell. Hey, they even show you in some video games like Dante's Inferno. How they say in of course it's bullshit. They say it's a comedy at the beginning of the game. Like they saying hell your body reanimates itself and all. That's bullshit. But we gonna have the power to really do that.
Yep. Shit, the Lord did it.
The Lord did it. Well, he picked up the soldier and put it back on.
Yep.
He said, nigga. He said, hey, man, live by the sword, he died by. He picked the man ear up and put it back on his head, man. He said, these things I do, ye shall do and greater. Come on, man. We said the scripture say we're going to meditate terror. And they show you that they do that with that damn adrenaline and shit, man. They show you in the different Hitman movies, man. They if you finna die and they torture you, they hit you with a shot of adrenaline to counteract the shock, man. And it'll bring you back. And they'll torture you some more. So you got to get double. Because it's somewhere, you know, all the women that's getting took, all the men that's getting took, you somewhere torturing them, which are all for no reason. All right, just because you want to have some fun, because you rich motherfuckers weird. Because y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Y'all done did everything else. Now y'all just getting off on all this wicked shit. Killing somebody and then hit. What type of man, he could even... Esau think of everything, man. Hit you with that shot, bring you back. So what makes you think we not going to do it? The scriptures say we going to give you double of what you did to us. So what make you think we not going to do it to you? You know? But that's when Yahweh Shema Shai deal out those powers, man. Because right now, we don't got no power. All right, we doing the work as far as teaching, man. We teaching right now. We fishers right now, man. But one day that's going to change, man. It's going to be a whole different story when the scriptures say when the enemy come in as a flood, then the Most High shall lift the standard. And a lot of our people don't believe that's going to happen. But guess what? The scriptures say devils believe and do tremble. They know what's going to happen. But the scriptures also say they're going to be amazed at the strangers of our salvation so far more than what they had hoped for. So they know what's going to happen. But when it happened, it's going to be far greater than what the fuck they thought it was going to be. It's going to far exceed what they thought they was going to be dealing with. And be like, fuck. What the scriptures say, we have inherited lies.
Yeah.
we fucked up. What the fuck? You know? Y'all got something? We can end it on y'all scriptures, y'all the last one.
Yep. Luke 12:43. Blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
You know it's simple.
You know you're an Israelite, you're supposed to be teaching, man. Just like we were going over with a brother, you know a little bit, teach a little bit.
Okay, the more you know, the more you teach.
Right. The truth I say unto you, that he will make him a ruler over all that he has. There you go, man. This is the king of all creation.
Right? And even it ain't everybody's job to be a prophet. If you believe, you do the things that if you know what you know, and you know for sure that this is the truth, then you gonna be exercising the things that you know.
Right.
You're gonna be actively doing the things that you know. You're gonna be actively trying to keep the laws to the best of your ability. Like the scriptures say, we're gonna be rehearsing the righteous acts. You're gonna be rehearsing it. Even if you just a believer, you're gonna be rehearsing it. You're gonna actually be active in it. You're gonna be calling on the name of the Lord. You're gonna be keeping the Shabbat to the best you can. Alright? You're gonna be staying away from the shrimp, crab, lobster. You're gonna be doing what's in your power to do. Hey, look, we gotta go to work and it happened to fall on the Sabbath. That's on Esau. We can't do nothing about that. Because we gotta still live in how I've been. And the Lord knows that, man. But he know for a fact, if we was in our strength and our power, that it wouldn't be happening, man. If we didn't have shit going on. Hell, sometimes you get hungry, you in the flesh, you ain't not gonna go out and get you something to eat. Your car break down or whatever. You need to do some work to your car because this is your day off and it happened to be the Sabbath. You gotta fix the motherfucker. You gotta make sure your shit is straight. You know? And that's where understanding come into play. Yahweh Shah went into that, man. You know?
This Isaiah 30 and verse. This Isaiah 30 and 12 says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised his word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant. So the Lord is about to bring heavy judgment when you jakes that want to be with this world, or you want to trust in Esau, Edom's oppression, man. The things that he has set up, and the woman being over the man, you know, the man being under the woman, catering to the woman, woman worship, man. All this shit is oppression to us. All right, it's death to us, man. Perverseness, wickedness, and all you Jason want to trust in that. All right, as the brother was going into, knowing that you Israelites, all right, knowing the right thing to do, and you still do the wrong thing. Hey, judgment is gonna come, and it's gonna be when you least expect it. Hey. Right, like when that, like a high wall, a dam that got that little crack in it,
and they just keep.
Yeah.
Then eventually, like the cartoons, they put all their fingers, they toes, but it ain't gonna stop it from breaking. It just prolonging the inevitable.
Yup.
Hey, I remember something my baby mama called me, right? She was crying, man. She most definitely got a demon on. She was crying. She say, I know where my husband at. I know where I'm supposed to be. I'm just being disobedient to God. She called me crying and said it. The demon jumped off of her, and she called me crying like in the midst of it, you know. It's lucky. The demon jumped off of her, and she called me crying. That's how I know she got a demon on her. I know where I'm supposed to be. I know what God told me I'm supposed. I know it. I'm just being disobedient. Next day I call the demon, jump right back on her. But that's how it is, man. But the point being is, after saying that, you still have a recollection that you said that, man. Regardless if you got a spirit on you or not, man. And that's why a lot of these people, a spirit ain't really doing nothing but influencing you. Alright? If a demon literally take over, that means you did something to piss the Lord off. If a demon literally jump on you or an angel or spirit jump on you to that level, you piss the Most High off. You did some fucked up shit.
Yeah, that's heavy.
You know, you look at these different movies and they show you the different exorcisms and shit. And where you normally see that shit at, in the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Because they full of wickedness. You know, full of hypocrisies. Full of homosexuality. Full of satanic rituals. So that's why you see a lot of that shit in the Catholic Church and shit like that, man. You know? But hey, look, the Lord is about to ramp this shit up. Be ready for those monstrous apparitions, man. Be ready for these weirdos to come out the closet once 911. When the dollar crash, who gonna work when there's no money? The military ain't working. The police ain't working. Your firemen ain't working. Your ambulance ain't working. Hey, this place ain't got no morale, no morals. They not gonna keep working because it's sick people. They thinking they ain't got no paycheck. They not gonna go to. They not gonna. You ain't gonna have truck drivers keep driving trucks. Hell no, right? They ain't getting no paycheck. This place gonna shut the fuck down and all hell gonna break loose, man. That second Ezra 15 and 16, man. Alright? So with that, we just hope it was edifying. We want to give all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations, you brothers, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity. Shalom and above.